Hello. We are listening to Theta Binaural Beats. At 7.83 hertz, which is the resonance, the natural resonance of Earth. Today we're going to talk about the number one, and I mean number one, daily practice that I recommend to my paying clients, and that I'm going to recommend to all of you. The first most important thing is mindfulness, is living from the present moment, not allowing ourselves to be pulled into thoughts of the past or the fears for the future, even excitement for the future. Not allowing what is and our current circumstances to dictate the way that we feel. Because the truth is, our current circumstances and the current situations and things that are right in front of our faces that we see and we say this is what is only a reflection of your past ways of being, your past or current personal beliefs, your past or current personal definitions, your past and current ways of being in the world. And the way that we create our reality is through the way we perceive the world around us. And so our level of perception, our level of consciousness in any given moment is what's affecting and effectively creating our reality. And that means your personal definitions about yourself, about the world around you, about your story, your situations, the stories that you have about how the world works and what's available for you, or what you think you might need in order to do what you need to do, the stories that we tell ourselves. Our current circumstances absolutely have nothing to do with what we're capable of. And they have nothing to do with the availability that we have to create the kind of reality that we want to live in. And so mindfulness and being in the present moment is the only place where we have any power. We cannot change the past. There is nothing that we can do to change the past by looking at the past. And there is nothing that we can actually even do to create the future by thinking about what might happen, by allowing our fears to step in and create these scenarios in our mind of what can happen based on fear or anxiety, or even what we think is possible. The subconscious mind actually thinks it's experiencing in real time whatever we project into the future. So if I'm sitting here worrying about something that's going to happen in the future, and I'm thinking that it might go this way or that way, as I'm visualizing this, I'm experiencing all those emotions. My subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between now and then. My subconscious mind doesn't understand that I'm not actually living that experience right now. And so when we do this, we are effectively getting our nervous systems, our central nervous systems, really out of whack, because our subconscious mind and our body really believes that we're living that experience. And so to it and to you, at your core level, there is no difference. And so it's really important that we can start to work on coming from the present moment and coming from this place of peace where we are the observer of our circumstances, our beliefs, and not identifying with them as if we are them. identity plays a really big part in all of this manifestation work, all of these magical and manifestation processes that we want to go through to create our reality. So mindfulness is key. And then the other thing is, you want to be mindful, you want to be in the present moment, meaning no thoughts of the past, no thoughts of the future, the here and now. You want to be the you that is observing your thoughts, not the thinker of your thoughts. And what helps me with this is I ask myself, what's my next thought? And then I get blank. Because I'm not actively thinking my thoughts. I'm not deciding what thought I'm going to think and then thinking it. It's a program that runs, right? And so how can we become the observer of these thoughts, right? Not identifying with them, not engaging with them, and just allowing yourself to be. There is an observer that lives in your conscious mind. And the observer is just a witness, not a judge, not an active thinker. There is no fear, no judgment, no reacting by this being that exists inside of you. And this is the place from which you create. And then we'll go one step deeper. One step deeper into this practice is getting yourself into the quantum field. What is the quantum field? The quantum field is your heart space. Connecting your heart and your brain and having them be cohesive is how you connect to the quantum field. And so dropping down into the body, not coming from the mind, right? So we became the observer, right? And we were that entity, that being that lives in our mind, in our brain, that observes everything and judges nothing, that observes everything but has no reaction. And then we drop that down, that consciousness that lives up here in our head, our beingness. Most of us live up here. We take the elevator from the mind and drop it down into the heart space, into the body. So where you are perceiving the world through the inside of your body, from the area of your chest, not from up here in your mind. Now that will stop you from accidentally, out of habit, engaging with what goes on in the mind and that program that runs, that we're not actually running. And once we get into the heart space where we're tapping into the quantum field, and we have that synchronistic flow going on, then the idea is to create intentional moments of pleasure that activate all of the senses. And I promise you, if you get good at doing this multiple times a day, you will then train your energy to be in this pleasurable, joyful, sensory exploration. And that's where you are the most powerful creator of your reality. So we're embracing the richness of the moment. And we're awakening our senses to the wonders of the present moment. And so I invite you to cultivate a daily ritual of mindfulness, of being mindful, of being in the present moment and centering yourself in as the observer of your reality, fully present, dropping down into the heart space, tapping into the quantum field, and then asking yourself this simple question: what can I do right now to make this moment more pleasurable? So let's do a little sensory journey, a little exploration, so we can engage all the five senses, so we understand what it feels like to fully immerse ourselves in the beauty and the richness of this present moment. And so you've gotten yourself into the state of the observer, and you've dropped down into your heart space, and you have your consciousness, your beingness in this area of your body. And take a moment to gaze upon the world around you. And right here, there's a window next to me. And look at the world with fresh eyes. Notice the intricate patterns of sunlight filtering through the trees, the vibrant colors of the flowers in bloom, or the gentle sway of the branches in the breeze. Allowing yourself to be more fully present with the virtual splendor that surrounds you. Embracing that beauty that is ever present if we only take the time to see it. Then you want to tune into the symphony of sounds that surround you. From the birds chirping to the rhythmic hum of city life. Close your eyes and listen deeply, allowing each sound to wash over you like a soothing wave. Noticing the subtleties of tone and texture, the ebb and flow of sound as it dances through the air. Let the music of the present moment guide you into a deep state of relaxation and inner peace. Next, we want to explore the sensation of touch with gentle curiosity. So allow yourself to fully experience the texture and sensation of the world around you. Run your fingers over the bark of a tree. Feel the coolness of a smooth stone in your palm. Or feel the warmth of the sun on your skin. Each touch is a gift, a reminder of our connection to the world and our connection to each other as well. Indulge yourself in the sense of taste with mindful awareness, so savoring each morsel and each sip as if it was the first and the last you'll ever experience. Noticing the flavors dancing on your tongue, subtle nuances between the tastes of bitterness or sweetness or saltiness and spiciness. So whether you're enjoying a simple meal or if it's this decadent treat, this decadent dessert, if it's just your morning coffee, it's allowing yourself to fully immerse in the pleasure of eating and drinking great and having gratitude for that nourishment that it provides for you. This is truly living with intention. This is embodying the intention of having an intentional, sensational experience. Also, our deepest, most profound sense, our sense of smell. This triggers the memory more than any of the other 5 senses. Taking a deep breath and inhaling the fragrant aromas that surround you. So you'll want to focus allowing each scent to transport you to a place of serenity and joy. You want to notice the subtle perfumes of flowers or the brewed coffee or the earthly scent of rain, fresh rain, or the aroma of your favorite food cooking on the stove. So letting each breath be a reminder of the abundance and the beauty and the pleasure that exists in every moment. This is where all your pleasure exists, in the present moment. This is where all your power exists, in the present moment. And as you cultivate a daily mindful pleasure practice, remember that the true joy of life lies not in where we want to get and how we want to get there, but in the journey. If you don't enjoy the journey, you're missing the point. Embracing each moment with open arms and an open heart will allow you to be fully present and to be really cognizant of the beauty and the wonder that surrounds you in every moment. If you can learn to be here now and love what is, then you can create your physical circumstances and situations from that place. If we're always wondering, how can we do this? How can we make that? What's that? And we're always thinking about what's going to happen in the future, or how we would like things in the future, or focusing on how right here and right now is not perfect and it's not how you want it to be, then we are not going to be able to, you can't create from there. You cannot create from a space where you don't love what is. That's not how it works. And so this is less about what you do and more about how you are being in every present moment. And so here's some more ideas for you as you learn and cultivate this practice for yourself. And I do recommend doing this practice at least twice daily, in the morning and in the evening. But if you have time, even if it's just 5 minutes, I encourage you to do it more often. Once an hour would be fantastic while you're awake. Because the sooner that you create this habit for yourself, the more you'll be living in that present moment from your place of power, the less you'll be living from your circumstances and your situation, which have absolutely nothing to do with your power to create the life that you want to live. They're merely a reflection of old habits, old beliefs, old personal definitions, and old ways of being. It doesn't take time and a ton of work. It takes presence, consciousness, intention, and the ability to let go of all the other shit. The ability to let go of everything that's holding us back, which is usually a belief or a definition. And so, morning rituals. Starting the day with intention by incorporating these mindful practices. You could set aside a few minutes to do deep breathing or meditation. Heart space meditations are my favorite, where you drop into the heart space and you expand your heart space to include your body, the room, the town, the house, the town, the planet, the country, the planet, go out like that. Sipping a cup of tea or coffee mindfully. Stirring your intentions into your drink. Taking a mindful walk outdoors to connect with nature. Nature, that's nature's power bringing us into the present moment, where we see the sunlight glittering off the trees or the pond, and we, for a moment, get stuck in awe of how beautiful this place is. This is the place we're trying to go. Mindful eating. Having greater awareness and appreciation around your meal times, eating more slowly, savoring each bite, paying attention to flavors and textures and sensations of food, expressing gratitude for the nourishment that you're receiving through the food. Sensory exploration, so engaging your senses throughout the day, seeking out opportunities to have a sensory experience. So this could involve taking a minute to enjoy the beauty of your surroundings wherever you may be. It could be mindfully listening to music or intentionally doing what brings you joy in the moment. It could be cooking, gardening, drawing, painting, dancing, singing, whatever it is that makes you feel good, because the idea is to be in the energy of feeling your best. Because then we become a magnet for all those opportunities, circumstances, situations, people that will help us to have more of this and create more of this. Movement. Daily movement is huge. The body was created to move. It wants to move. It loves to move. And this doesn't have to be hard working out. This has nothing to do with losing weight or getting healthy, even though they may be some of the benefits of it. Mindful movement. So putting intentional movement into your daily routine, whether it's just what feels good, whether it's dancing, whether it's yoga, whether it's Tai Chi, or there are so many different ways that you could do this. But being fully present and allowing the body to move as it feels good. Having gratitude. Gratitude is the place from where we create a reality that we want to live in. Noticing the things that you're grateful now in your present life is one of the most powerful forms of manifestation ever. Because, as I said, we cannot create what we want for ourselves out of a place of need, out of a place of not liking what we have, out of a place of suffering. We have to be in a deep place of acceptance of what is, and an understanding that if we detach from that, that's where we create more from. Once we start to love what is, that's the place where we can create better from. So keeping a journal, a gratitude journal, writing down just 3 things that you feel grateful for each day, or taking a moment each day and just making sure that you reflect and you think about a couple things that you love the most, that you're the most grateful for. It could be simple things like the roof over your head, like incense or a candle. It could be the scent of your favorite perfume. It could be the person that you love the most. It could be anything. The more you do this, the more you find things to be grateful for. And taking care of your senses and prioritizing your self-care and focusing on how that works with your senses and how you can do things and bring things into your reality and in your environment that bring pleasure to your senses. This could be taking baths with scented oils or bath bombs. It could be getting a spa treatment or a massage, or it could just be spending time in nature, barefooted on the moss or in the sand, taking in the sounds and sights and smells of the natural world. Mindful communication. I encourage you to bring a greater mindfulness to your interactions with others by practicing active listening, being fully present in conversations. So taking a moment to breathe and pause before responding, not listening to respond, but listening to understand. Allowing yourself to connect more deeply with the people around you. And the last one, an evening reflection. I encourage you to wind down your day with a mindful reflection practice. This could be journaling about your experiences and insights from the day, your aha moments, your downloads, what your things that you realize about yourself and the world around you, the aha moment you had in your coaching session, in your conversations with friends, or whatever it might be. And then easing yourself into a guided meditation or a relaxation exercise, and taking a few moments to just have gratitude and express your gratitude for anything that you were blessed with during the day, any experiences, feelings, intuitive hits, aha moments. All of these things are huge and will help you immensely in your daily life. Let me see if there's any comments. If I can even see comments. I'm sorry, I can't. I will come back and respond to any comments or questions. Please leave them for me in the chat. I hope that you are able to gain something really beneficial to you out of this practice. And I really encourage you to give it a try. To please let me know if there's anything that you struggle with. I'll see what I can do to provide some value there. Maybe help you to move through that struggle. Because I truly believe that this is the only daily practice that you will ever need. And if that you can make it a habit, this alone can change your life. I hope you all are having a fantastic Thursday. And I will see you soon.